Morning, guys and gals. Froggy here. It's Memorial Day. I'm going to do an alignment on the C6Z, but let's just take a moment and think about Memorial Day, what it means. It's not just a holiday to do barbecues, it's to remember the fallen soldiers who gave their lives so that we could live in this great country. So, we have got to have a level spot. It does not have to be level from front to back, but it has to be level side to side. If somebody tells you it has to be level front to back for an alignment, run away from them. They don't know what they're talking about. For corner weighting, yes, dead level, but not for alignment, just side to side. We have got some plates here. I'll just call them alignment plates, I guess. The reason we have that is so that the car, once it's up on the hub stands, and here's a little place I found to store with hub stands. Once we're up on the hub stands, the car has to be able to move to the minute changes that happen when you add or take a shim out. I was going to do a torture test side by side with two aluminum. Those are aluminum, those are steel. That's a magnet. Aluminum. Steel. Okay. However, what I realized was I was going to put 2 and 2, but then because they're not the same thickness, that's going to involve me trying to level them off side to side. I suppose I could do it front to back with aluminum on one end and steel on the other end. I'm just thinking as I'm talking here. I might do that. Let me think a little bit more. But anyway, those are some nice plates. And again, I want to thank CSM, Colton. You're awesome. And this company is really a good company to work with as far as alignment, tools. And you'll see some more of the tools as we get going. But first, I did find out in the past that when I line my car up, when I pull my car in, I've got one little low spot, and it's only low by about maybe a 16th, I don't know. But if I put that little piece of flat aluminum over there, that slow sign, then it all evens out. So I'm going to get a 6-foot level, and I'm going to prove that out, and then I'm going to bring the car in on top of the plates. What I decided to do was put the steel, which is thicker, in the back, and that'll take some of the slope out of the garage, even though I just got through telling you it's not necessary, and the aluminum in the front. I was thinking, I don't know exactly what my slope is, but I might almost be able to get a dead level for corner weighting by stacking the steel in the back to take the slope out. But anyway, I've got some places marked on the floor for my wheelbase and track, and got my level out, and I'm just going to check now and make sure I'm level. And then I'll pull the car on there, and we'll get started. I'm not sure how well these bubbles will show up, but I've got these are all going to be my opinion that's a good bubble there, dead level. That's a Smart Racing digital level, but it needs to be calibrated, so I'm not using that. I haven't calibrated it in a while. That's a bubble on my 6-foot dead level, and that's a good old Craftsman 1/10 of a degree. I'm going to call that good. So I think we're good in the front. I put a few sheets of not thin paper, but you know, that manila type paper under that one. Let's check the back. This is the back. Remember, I put that little shim under there, and we've got dead level there. I'm going to call that bubble good, and I'm going to call that bubble good. So we've got a level place here to do our alignment with the turn plates. I guess I'll just call them turn plates. They're not technically turn plates, but they act like a turn plate when those little ball bearing, not really wheels, but they're like little ball bearing surfaces are set on them. So let's go. I'm just eyeballing this, and I've got this laid out for my C5Z, and the C6Z I think has a little different wheelbase and track. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to kind of eyeball this and hope it comes out right. So what I did is I rotated each of the plates 90 degrees because they're a little bit longer one way, and I think that the driver to passenger direction is where I'm going to have a little trouble. And then I measured from the center of the hub to the center there, so 23 inches all around, so I should roll it on there and be good. What I did was I aligned the plates up with the outside edge of the tire. You can see that. Okay? So remember, you and I are learning this thing together right now. So if I go 2 steps forward and 1 step back, then give me a little bit of slack. I just realized that once I jack up one side of the car, I can put those plates in a better place. Actually, when I jack it up, attach the hub stands, and then lower it, I can put those plates exactly where I want them. So I needed to get the plates in kind of a general location, I guess, or to put it another way, get the car in a general location, which was a level location. But now the fine-tuning part of it, I'll just jack it up, put the hub stands on, lower it almost down, and then adjust the plate. Okay, let's get it jacked up, and I'm going to fast forward all the way to putting the hub stands on and then the lowering part. I don't mean literally fast forward. I mean I'm going to skip that part of the video. You don't need to see me jack the car up. Just for fun, I'll show you how that ended up before I put the hub stands on. Yeah, not that close. Okay, so there are details of putting on the hub stands. I'm going to skip them now. This is they're in other videos. You got to go look at the other videos if you want those details. So I've got them all on, and I'm going to drop the car down now. I moved the plates around a little bit, and I rotated them back. The long way is the long way of the hub stand base, just because I didn't need to have them the other way. Okay, always make sure that this little bubble is dead center before you read. This is positive camber, this is negative camber. Read to the center of the bubble. So I'll just give you a little look there, and then I'm going to put the camera down and read it. I say it's minus 2.8. Don't second guess me because we got camera angles and everything. So I'm going to go for minus 3. So, alright, I did not do a lot of filming of this because it's an iteration process. It's the same thing on every corner on a C6Z, and you just keep adding and removing shims till you get the numbers you want. I'm not going to give you my specific numbers. That's proprietary, but I would tell you I got everything within a tenth of a degree equal left to right, and I did some rechecking. Always do some rechecking after you do the rear and you think maybe the front stayed the same. Well, maybe it didn't. So rechecking is always a good thing. And I am late for the gym, so I gotta put the wheels back on this, and I'm gonna wrap that up then. Make sure you torque everything to correct specifications. I'm not going to give you a list of those specifications. Look them up. Give me a thumbs up or a like if this helps you out. Subscribe to my channel if you want more from Froggy. A couple of tips. You can jack up the whole side of the car, either there or there where that line is there. There where that blue tape is there. I put a little bit of a bumper just in case it rolled back. It did, in fact, roll back. You can see where I ended up there on that corner. It started, I'm going to say, probably a good couple of inches further forward. So because these plates and these hub stands are so I don't want to use the word slippery, but they make everything move easy, and you can move the car pretty easy, or gravity and the slope of your garage will move it for you every time you jack up and down. Remember, all the other three corners are free to move. So watch that, and that's it. Be safe, have fun. Froggy out. Bye-bye. I just wanted to add the last few comments on the camber adjustment, and I'm just shooting a picture of my computer because it's all done, but I wanted to add information. I thought that this was probably the best way to do it. All I did was take those 4 bolts off, 2 for each arm of the upper control arm, and add and subtract shims there. That's all it is. The torque spec on those is approximately 50 foot-pounds, so make sure you torque them afterwards. Usually you're going to use some kind of an electric or an air gun to get them on and off. And I didn't film a lot of it because that's it. It's kind of boring to watch me put shims in there back and forth. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments. The channel is good. I spend more time on the channel now than I do on the forum, but you can also put some comments on the forum. Either way. Okay? See you later, guys and girls. Froggy out.